Hello, it's Elder here, and today I wanted to go ahead and review the Z Trail shoes by XERO Shoes. I had first became familiar with the company years ago. They were actually known as Invisible Shoes and came out with these Huarache type sandals, and they have progressed ever since. Even we're on the show Shark Tank, pitching their idea, and they're pretty good to go. So stick around and I'll go over a bit about these Z Trail XERO shoes. Now, before I go into more detail or specific detail on these Z Trail XERO shoes, I wanted to share a little bit of my story on why I prefer minimalist running shoes and the minimalist approach as opposed to standard running shoes. Those of you that are familiar with my story, in the Marine Corps, had some injuries. I'm actually a service-connected disabled veteran. One of the injuries that I have is in my right knee. I have no ACL nor meniscus. And going to every doctor, every specialist, every guru, just basically telling me that I either had to have surgery, get on pain meds, take a ligament out of a dead body, right, out of a cadaver, put it in my right knee, and all of these options really did not attract me one bit. Started delving, learning different things, people that had worse injuries than I did and similar injuries than I did, and there were various training methods that I was turned on to, and one of the overall principles was to try to stick with the minimalist approach. So as I began to learn more about the minimalist and barefoot approach, it really wasn't that foreign to me. I came from a martial art background, started young in my teens as a kid, and we were always barefoot in a dojo. So to me, it was just like, okay, well, you know what? I can give it a shot. As I started delving more and trying to learn a little bit more, because all I really focused on before that was getting the coolest shoes that were out there with the advertisement and, you know, spending hundreds of dollars on them because they were going to do the work for me, right? That's what the marketing and that's what Madison Avenue was telling me. So I'd go out there and buy these shoes, okay, that would have all sorts of technology. And as I began to think about it, once again, remember, I'm just a layperson here, so the only thing that I can give you is my experience. You want to get the science, you're going to have to go somewhere else. But just thinking about it here with this heel, I'm basically asking the shoe to do the work for me, as opposed to my muscles and tendons and ligaments all working together and getting the proper feedback from the ground. So this really started to, you know, just the more I thought about it, I'm just like, you know what, this makes sense. All these gels and all this other stuff are really trying to mimic what my ligaments should be doing. No wonder I lost them. You know, they were not getting used or used incorrectly and being masked. And then I would switch from these shoes to another pair of shoes for work, and they'd have some kind of heel on them and whatever the case may be. And then wearing combat boots, and you know, you couple all this stuff together, and it's no wonder that so many of us have issues with our knees and with our backs. And being able to go ahead and get into that minimalist approach really changed my life. It kind of gave my life back to me. I was able to compete in the mutter races using minimalist footwear. I was able to complete the New York City Marathon with the minimalist footwear. Once again, it's not about bragging, right? Thousands of people have done that. But the fact that I was told that I could probably be hobbling around the rest of my life, and now I'm able to do that, you know what, there's something to this. And that's why I'm kind of passionate about it, and I want to go ahead and share more information about this particular sandal with you that'll hopefully help you, either from experiencing what I experienced and getting these injuries, right, or just maxing out your performance and learning before those injuries occur, which is really the goal. So as I started stating earlier, the first pair of XERO shoes that I received to review were these shoes here. And basically they're Huarache sandals, which are inspired by the Umara Indians, all right, a tribe. And what they were basically doing is getting a piece of tire track, right, getting some string or some rope, you know, tying it up together. But the difference is that these people were running hundreds of miles, okay, these ultra marathons. And of course, you know, sitting there and trying to figure out, I guess, like, well, what's their secret and is this going to help us? It started inspiring other, let's say, non-Tarahumara Indian tribe participants to say, you know what, let's give this a try, because these people are having this incredible success. Granted, it's been, you know, hundreds of years that they've been living this, but if this could help us, we'll go ahead and give it a try. And sure enough, it kind of inspired a movement, even in the book Born to Run by Christopher McDougall, which you know, really kind of started and brought it to light more into mainstream. And from there, these invisible shoes were improved upon, and it's what we have today. Hired a couple of high-end engineers and came up with this really cool Z-Trail sandal that pretty much addresses a lot of the needs that people were asking about. First of all, even the look. All right, I don't want to get into too much detail, but this might be just a little bit too much of a minimalist approach to people, and being that it's something that's really working on your health. I really appreciate that XERO Shoes went ahead and made these look more like a standard sandal. So now you're getting the look that's going to appeal more to the masses, and at the same time affecting the masses' health, where before they might have not given it a try because they didn't like the way these look. So the fact that they address that just with the look, which I definitely appreciate, because now even for my own clients, it'll be a lot easier to get them even part-time to wear something like this, as opposed to standard shoes that we spoke about, or the high heels or snow tires, as I refer to them sometimes, because you could just barrel around mindlessly and not pay attention to anything. And you know what? That's not really going to help you. It's not going to help your experience out there in nature. It's certainly not going to help you tactically by not being aware of your environment and situational awareness and just overall health, right? So one little change can really affect you in many different ways, and we're looking for that when it comes to efficiency. So you can tell here that these XERO shoes basically have about 3 layers here. So we have the nice little foam part up on top to make it nice and comfortable. And then we have an outer layer here. Okay, so this black part here that you could tell is really where we're applying pressure while we're running, all right, with, let's say, proper form, or these definitely help you get your proper form. And then underneath we have the other layer, which really just adds to the flexibility, all right? Now, those of us that are always worried about what we're going to keep in our pack, so you might hike with these, you might choose not to hike with these, and might want to put these on at base camp to give your feet a break. So look how these just roll up, all right, to be able to stuff anywhere in your pack. Now, that's pretty impressive, all right? That's something that you don't have to worry about with weight or anything like that. I mean, they weigh virtually nothing. As usual, I'll put all the specs and a lot more detail in the blog post, so make sure you check that out. And just giving you a lot of different reasons, all right? And as far as putting these shoes on, very, very simple, all right? It's just a matter of undoing this Velcro here, right, and just kind of just slipping it on, nice and simple, and then you could just cinch it all back. And the beauty about it is that you have all different areas that you can go ahead and tighten up, so it gives you a perfect fit to you, okay? And there's all different ways to measure your foot if you decide to go ahead and purchase these. XEROshoes.com has all sorts of templates and things like that where you can measure it, so you get a perfect fit. And also have a lot of different color choices. They also come with a 5,000 mile warranty. All right, most running shoes are given out about 200, 300 miles, so they're backing it up with 5,000 miles. So that's pretty impressive. Kind of tells you what you're getting here and the type of quality that you're getting when a vendor or manufacturer decides to put that type of warranty on it. So once again, the price point for what you're getting, it's really hard to beat. So in summing up this review, if you are looking for a shoe that'll benefit you as far as comfort and your health, you might want to look into these. If you're looking for something that you could easily roll up, throw in your pack, almost not even think about it, and leave them in there from when you need them, once again, perfect choice. Also for traveling, fit in your suitcase, carry on. We're always worried about weight these days because of the airline and all their restrictions. So these type of things, if it's something that you feel would benefit you and benefit your lifestyle, definitely take a look at these Z-Trail XERO shoes. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Once again, this is Helder. I hope that you enjoyed this